entrepreneur. In today's time and age, you are an entrepreneur because you're here to change the world. But you would not take on the job of entrepreneur if you did not have a passion to change something that needs changing. You will not be magnetic unless you identify what makes you unique and different. And oftentimes it feels free. That I was going to share with you what Richard Branson, Oprah and Gandhi did to create a huge following. What it is that they do different that makes them billion-dollar brands, and Gandhi is a billion-dollar brand. What they do differently from the rest of us to grow at the level that they grow. So I'm going to give you a little background to my business growth. So I started out, as you know, I made no money my first year in business. I made some money my second year in business. I eventually figured out the money-making game, and I was bumping along at that $60,000 mark. So those are pretty much the thresholds. No money, $20,000, $60,000. If any of these sound familiar to you, just know you're normal. That's the normal thresholds. And then all of a sudden, my income started skyrocketing. And as I looked back and tried to figure out what happened, what happened, because I don't remember doing anything very different. I was still using all those processes I was taught. I used a lot of internet marketing techniques. I didn't change any of them. I was still writing that stupid blog. I'm pretty sure still only 6 people read. I was tweeting away. I sincerely doubt anyone actually reads them. I really don't believe that. So what happened? And as I looked back over it, I realized that I had started to create dynamic events that aligned with my freak flag, that aligned with my unique mission. The first one was a crowdfunding campaign, and we're going to get more into crowdfunding and why it's so important. First one was a crowdfunding campaign. The second one was a conference. Most recently, it's been a book. And when I started to look for proof outside of myself that this was actually what changed the trajectory of my business, I mean, really, I did a crowdfunding campaign, and granted, that created a lot of marketing energy, tremendous amount of marketing energy, but not really in accordance to the level of income that increased in my business. They were a little bit off. They weren't a direct relationship. And then the conference, there were only 150 people at my first conference. So that's a good number. I sold out. That's pretty awesome. And then the book, I don't know, I've sold like 1,000 copies of the book so far. So does that really account for such an increase in income? And as I looked around for proof with really successful individuals, what I found was, yes, that's actually it. If you look at Oprah, Oprah became Oprah because of her show. Her show is her magnet. Her show was a beacon of light that told people who she was. And if you watch the Oprah Winfrey Show trajectory, you'll know that when she veered away from her freak flag, from who she was, a spiritual teacher, and she talks about this openly, her ratings went way down. It wasn't until she said, I'm not going to be Jerry Springer, and she started being true to herself, that her income went way up, that her following went way up. And it was that show, and then her magazine, and her specific events that really got people to wrap around her and really get excited about her. If you think about it right now, is Oprah still as tangible a part of your life as she was 5 or 10 years ago? For most people, she isn't. And it's because she's not doing anything that's as visible and significant as those first 2 events. You must have an organizing event. You must have something inside your business that wakes your people up. If you do not wake people up and let them know who you are and let them connect to you in a deep and profound experience, they won't care. And if they don't care, they won't follow you. And if they don't follow you, you have to start the sales cycle every single time you sell something. And you want people to read what you write. You really want them to get it and feel it. Then they have to have had a connection with you. And a magnet will do that for you. And in today's day and age, one of the easiest and the most powerful magnets is crowdfunding. And the reason it's easy and the reason it's powerful is that, first of all, it's a very light touch. It is an invitation to connect with you. And so you don't have to invest tons and tons of money like I did. My conference was $45,000. You don't have to invest $45,000 to create a magnet. But crowdfunding is essentially sending out a message to your people, asking them to send it out to their people, and through the power of video, communicating a need for funds to grow your mission in the world. People connect to your heart. They connect to your why you're doing something. All of a sudden you're saying, I have a mission in the world. I am gonna change something. Will you help me? I need money to do it. I'm gonna give you my friggin' stuff if you help me do it. And here's why. Here is what changes in the world when my mission grows. Will you help me? Well, all of a sudden, asking people for help, as opposed to shoving your stuff down their throat, endears them to you, connects them to you, and helps them understand how to be a part of your world. And suddenly you stand out above everyone else in your industry. Suddenly they understand where you are different from the crowd, the magnet. And once you become magnetic, people don't forget. Crowdfunding has a time limit as to how long it can be a magnet. I believe crowdfunding will be a powerful marketing tool, just like social media is, just like email management is, just like a blog is. I believe crowdfunding will be a powerful magnet for years and years and years to come. A tribe are the people you came to serve, and you're serving them with your business mission. And if you connect to them from an honest and open place from your soul's mission, they will always want what you're selling, and they will always pay a fair price, and you will exist in wealth and abundance.